Good morning. It's Monday, the 16th of November, and I'm sure you all know what that was. It was, of course, the Teddy Bears Picnic, written by an American composer, John W. Bratton, in 1907. The lyrics, which I'm sure most of us were singing along with, didn't come till quite a lot of years later when an Irishman, Jimmy Kennedy, wrote them in 1932. And of course it was in 1932 that first vocal recording was made with Henry Hall and his orchestra, which became so very famous. Now, of course, band leaders were the big stars of the day. Whether you were Glenn Miller or Henry Hall, it didn't matter who your arrangers were or who your singers were, it was the band leaders who were the stars. But the singer of the Teddy Bears Picnic has quite an interesting story. His name is Val Rosing, actually Valerian Rosing, and in the late 1930s he went to MGM in California. I believe Louis B. Mayer thought he could turn him into the English Bing Crosby, and he was renamed Gilbert Russell. It didn't quite work out that way, but he became a legitimate singer, toured in opera, and then he settled in the 1960s in Hollywood, where he became a vocal coach, apparently, to the likes of Natalie Wood, Celeste Holm, Peter Falk, Beau Bridges. So next time you hear him singing the Teddy Bears Picnic, think about the life he led. Henry Hall was, of course, he ruled the airwaves with his dance band from the BBC in the 1930s. And I'd like to play you another hit of his. It's another hit that's by three American writers. And the reason I want to play this song for you, I showed you a few months ago, I showed you a picture of my mother, Cynthia Jakes, as she was, dressed in this outfit. She was performing a song and dance. I showed this to you when I performed Ma Belle Margherita from Vivian Ellis's Bless the Bride, which she also performed. But in this picture, this is her costume for this song, The Girl in the Little Green Hat. And there's Henry Hall with his BBC Dance Orchestra. It's by three American authors, Jack Scholl, Bradford Brown, and Max Rich. We don't need to know about them, really. Anyway, here is The Girl in the Little Green Hat. There's a lake in the park, there's a house by the lake, there's a girl in the house in the park by the lake, and the girl in the house by the lake in the park is the girl in the little green hat. And tonight after 8, that's when I've got a date, when the moon's riding high and the stars light the sky, with the girl in the house by the lake in the park, the girl in the little green hat. There's no water in the lake, there's no roof upon the house, there's no trees in the park at all. But she'll wait beside the lake, I'll be welcome at the house, I'll meet her by the garden wall. There's a ship on the lake, there's a sailor on the shore, there's a girl in his arms, she's the girl I adore. So goodbye to the house by the lake in the park, and the girl in the little green hat. Listen to the breeze, forgotten the tune. Listen to the breezes in the trees, hearken to the grass upon the lawn. Listen to the mices in the pantry, hearken to the breaking of the dawn. Ooh, heaven above, I'm in love, hearken to the breaking of the dawn. There's a storm on the lake, there's a ship in the storm, there's a girl on the ship in the storm in the lake, and the girl on the lake on the ship in the storm is the girl in the little green hat. As the ship starts to dip, she is losing her grip, every dip makes a tip, not the girl but the ship, but the girl on the ship has the pip from the trip, the girl in the little green hat. She's been sailing quite enough, she's been clinging to the rail, she's dying to be home once more, 'cause the lake is rather rough and the girl is rather pale, she's glad to get her feet on shore. She gave up the ship and the captain and his men for a round ticket trip to my arms once again. Now I'm back in the park at the house by the lake, with the girl in the little green hat. now she gave up the ship and the captain and his men for a round-ticket trip to my arms once again. Now I'm back in the park at the house by the lake, with the girl in the little green hat. And just in case you're wondering who we have back here, we have some of our friends preparing to go on a picnic. Tinger here is the oldest. He's my partner's genuine childhood bear. This bear came into my life about 30 years ago. He's called Claude, for Claude Rains. This is Flotty Bear. Flott used to sing, Dame Felicity Lott used to sing a song of mine called Looking for a Bear, all over Europe. That's when she came into my life. And this bear, Ethel, came into my life only last year. Now, why is she called Ethel?
I had a dream about you, Jason. It's gonna come true, Jason. They think that we're...
Oh, Ethel.